Yo, what's going on, peeps? We back with another vid. Second video for the day, as promised. I said when I dropped my video earlier, I'll be doing the England game. I'll be doing a video on that, and it'll be landing about 11, 12 o'clock. And as I record, it is now 10:56. And just in case you do not believe, there you are. Actually dying and that. But we move. 10:56. I'm making this vid. Now this is a video about England, and if you haven't seen my Euros video, make sure you go and check that out. But before you do that, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share. Come on, you've seen all the videos, you already know the vibes by now. So as soon as you get in there, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, slap the like, dislike, whatever you want to do, and put your thoughts in the comments. But I digress. Let's get on to the point of this vid. England v Scotland. England 0, Scotland 0. And if you're Scotland, you're happy with that, considering you lost your first game. Even though they didn't look bad that game, but you lost regardless. Don't matter how good you play. If you don't win, then it doesn't matter how good you play. England didn't play particularly well first game, but they got over the line. And I said, this will determine to see where they're at, and as so-called contenders and favourites and what have you. And what I saw in that game against Scotland, if that's what you call contender, then I don't know what to tell you. Because if they keep playing like that, football will not be coming home. Believe that. And if it is going home, it will not be going home with them, because that was diabolical. This guy is so negative. We get it's a big game. Scotland v England. I think the first game was like 1897 or something. So there's a lot of history there. I get it, but at the same time, you got to go out there and do a job, and you got to go and win. If you want to be taken seriously as so-called contenders and favourites, then you need to go out there and perform. They're like the third lowest ranked team in the Euros. So for England to be struggling just sums them up. And if I'm honest, I don't blame the players, because the players individually are not crap. I just think there's a setup and the system they're playing in doesn't suit the team that he's trying to play. You've got Rice, Phillips, and you have a back four. Why do you need all these defensive players in your team? And then you've got Sterling, you've got Foden, Mount, Kane. That's it, attacking wise, and most of them have no pace apart from Sterling. So what are you planning on doing with that team? And as you can see, Kane is not in form as he usually is in the big tournaments. He usually looks a little off the ball, but that's because he's been playing so much at club level, and then he's thrown straight into the Euros. He just looks tired and jaded. It's not like he gets a rest at Tottenham. He don't. He plays pretty much every single game. So I'm not surprised he looks a little off, and he's probably his contract's up in there and where he's going. So that's probably in his head and making him play so bad. Because I don't even recognize this guy that I'm seeing right now. 19 touches is not great. Not good, not for Harry Kane. And for me, the way England play, he can't play the way he plays at Tottenham for England, because England and Tottenham don't play the same way. At Tottenham, Kane knows he goes deep and drops in. He's gonna have Son, he's gonna have Bergwijn, Lamela, Lucas, whoever it is, bombing out the side of him. In England, he don't have that. So he's looking, and there ain't nobody making those kind of runs. and you don't have that kind of chemistry with them because you don't play with them often. They only play a few internationals in the year, so you're not really gelled and got it on lock like you do at club level. As you can see with a lot of these players in the team, there's no cohesion there. It's misplaced passes, people putting them on ball and because they're expecting someone to be there but they're not. They just don't have it. And that's what I've seen over these last 2 games. And they were lucky not to lose, they should have lost. Scotland were definitely the better team. And if anyone tells me otherwise, then you're watching a different game. Or you're biased. Either or. Pick which one you want. But I know what I see and I know what my eyes see. And my eyes are telling me that Scotland were the better team and probably unlucky not to come out with 3 points. Because if anyone's looking likely, it looked like Scotland were going to nick it at the death. England had no urgency. Even as the game was getting later on, still no urgency. Still just slow, sideways. And as long as Gareth Southgate's at the helm, I'm convinced this team will go nowhere. And if that game isn't a sign of that, then I don't know what is. Because how much time are you going to play such a negative style of football when you don't need to? You need to win a game. You need to go for it. I have not seen Sancho appear yet. First game he wasn't in the squad. This game he was on the bench, didn't get on. And to be fair, I'll give him some credit. He did take Kane off after like 73 minutes because Kane wasn't doing anything. He just looked lost and tired. So he got hooked. And to be honest, I'm surprised he lasted that long. So I will give him credit there that he took him off. But I think it's more him taking him off to get him at the firing line rather than taking him off because he weren't performing. He's the captain, so if it doesn't go well, it's going to be on his shoulders and what have you. But Rashford he looked a lot more lively than Kane did in those 73 minutes. So the question needs to be asked, does Kane start the next game? Or does he now have to drop to the bench? Me, personally, I would start Calvert-Lewin. Why not? What has Kane done in the last 2 games to warrant him starting? I'd rather put Calvert-Lewin in there. So you know what, you got there, you're young, you're hungry. Let me see what you can do. Give him a 45, give him 60 minutes. See how he gets on. If not, hook him. But you can't keep relying on Harry Kane if he's not delivering. Because you're just shooting yourself in the foot. You're just cutting off in those spat your face. And if it don't work, then questions need to be asked. So for me, Calvert-Lewin comes in for me. No brainer. Because he's not going to be coming deep like Harry Kane. He's going to be in the box and busting his gut to get on the end of crosses. And any little scraps, he's going to be there. Harry Kane is too busy far back that when the ball's in the area ready to be crossed, he's not there. So for me, Calvert-Lewin comes in, give him a start, get Foden out of here, bring in Sancho, get Mason Mount out, put in Grealish, and see, because for me, this whole team needs to be mixed. He didn't even change the team, which I thought was a disgrace. All he done was put in Shaw and James for Walker and Trippier. That's all he done. And the rest of the team was exactly the same. Carbon copy. Not good enough. So get Kane out of there, put him on the bench. You only play if you play well, and he's not played well, so he shouldn't be starting. And you know me, I love Harry Kane, that's my guy. Obviously, he plays for Tottenham, and I've been saying this guy's the truth since he came into the first team. All those years ago, I've been saying, "No, this guy is a real deal." When Poch bought him, and I said, "Yeah," and he was just playing like the odd game and the Europa League game, and said, "No, this guy's the truth." And now look at him. So, fuck with Harry Kane. That's my guy. But if you're not performing, then don't matter who you are. For me, you don't play. You have to give up the shirt to someone else. Just that simple. Don't care if you're Messi. I don't care if you're Ronaldo. If you're not performing consistently, then you need to go on the bench and show people like don't matter who you are, you can get dropped, and it might be that's what they need, a little reality call. That might be the reality check you need. So for me, Kane on the bench, Kevin Durant comes in, give him 60 minutes. I'm sure he can't do any worse than Harry Kane's done in these last 2 games. So we'll see what Gareth Southgate's about. I'm sure they're playing on Monday or Tuesday. I think it might be Tuesday, one of them days anyway, and we'll see. And now it's a note, they have to win or get a result. It's just that simple. So over to you, Gareth and the boys. But that's the vid. If you haven't done it already, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, make sure you share, make sure you wash your damn hands. If you can't, sanitize, keep your distance, 2 meters. If you can't do 2 meters, at least a 1. And most important, wear your damn mask. It's getting real out here. The cases are going up and up and up every day. I believe it was like 10,000 new cases today. So stay safe, even though you're enjoying your weekend. If you're going out, just do it responsibly. And if you're gonna drink responsibly as well. Don't be doing nothing crazy that you're gonna regret, or you're not coherent enough to know what you're doing, and you're just out of your zone and out of your head, and you don't know what you're doing, and you don't make it home. Be responsible. Until the next vid, I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'm out. Peace.